Good morning, Color Readaville, and welcome to Color with Donna. I am Donna, and welcome to my month's end. What have I colored for the month of October of 2020? Okay, so I have my coffee here with me. As you guys can see, it is definitely early in the morning here where I am. So I'm going to get this recorded so I can get it up and out to you guys for the month end. It seems like it has been such a long month. I don't know if it's felt like that for you guys. Has it seemed that way for you guys? It just seems like this month has went on and on and on, but we have reached the end. We are in the final countdown to get out of this crazy year that has been known as 2020 and move on to bigger and better things in the future. Hopefully 2021 will be just a better year for everybody. I definitely hope so. I definitely have some really neat plans of things I want to do here on the channel in 2021. So yeah, so I guess without any further ado, let's kind of just move our way into the books. I didn't think I had really colored all that much this month, but then when I picked up this book pile, wow, it was pretty heavy. And some of these books I colored several images in. So, yeah. All right. So I'm going to take a sip of my coffee, pull out a book to get started with, and we will do this thing. Give me 1 second. Oh, you know, when that coffee just touches your soul in the morning, it's the best feeling. Okay, so I'm going to start out with Camila Anjakova and 50 Halloween Mandalas. I worked in this book. I actually already had a copy of this book, but I had kind of messed up and skipped all around in the book, and a lot of the images were just a mess. So the beautiful Deb Lore sent me this book a couple weeks back, and I just kind of tried to start at page 1 and just kind of work the images. There was one picture I had to tear out of the book. I was like, yeah, no, here I go again. But I mainly went in here with some alcohol markers, and I used glitter pens and paint pens and things like that. So we'll take a look at what I managed to get done in here. Oh, I missed the front page. I should have colored that. Boo. Boo, Halloween book. Boo. Funny. Okay, let's move along. This book belongs to page. I did not write my name. I am not good at doing fancy work like that, and I don't like my own handwriting, so I did not do that. But this page was done with the Kaiser Craft glitter gel pens, and also there is some Pentel Sparkle Pop and Jelly Roll Moonlight is what it looks like in here. There's probably some Jelly Roll glitter also. But yeah, I don't know how much I can make this glitter for you guys, but yep. Okay. And next I did this one, and I used paint pen. I believe that looks like, or that, no, that could be alcohol. Let me see. Nope, this one was an alcohol marker background. I did come in with a paint pen and went around to do the green and inside of the wings. And the rest is random glitter gel pens. I think I used Kaiser Craft, Jelly Roll, Pentel Sparkle Pops, things like that is the gel pens I used in this book. Okay, and then we move here, and this is my little owl, the wise owl talking to the man in the moon. And yeah, so I used, this is paint marker here. These are the Ohuhu paint pens for the background, and paint pens for these wings on the bats. And then I came in and put some glitter on the also. looks like I did some paint pen too on like the little faces and the stars. Yep. So, and then Pentel Sparkle Pops around the wings, the dark red, which is like the black pen, but on white paper, it's like a really deep red. So I did that one. And this one, I don't know why. I really, really like the way this turned out. I just do. I came in, I believe that's, alcohol marker, background for the moon. And then I came in with glitter pens and did the bats. And I believe the, what is, yeah, it looks like the clouds was alcohol marker. And then I went over that with paint pen. And I used either paint pens or like Moonlight gel pens for all the ghost going around here. I put some little paint pen marks inside the moon. And at the bottom, I used a silver gel pen to do the little graveyard scene here. And I don't know why. I just really, really liked the way this page turned out. I don't know. And of course, this is a Pentel Sparkle Pop, the gold going around that. And then next is this beauty. And the background here is Spectrum Noir glitter. Ink is what the background is. And apparently I forgot to do the circle around that. Silly me. Alcohol marker for the tree with paint pen and just paint pen and gel pen. And that one, I think you guys are going to get to hear Riley start barking. Do you see the glitter in that black? That's the Spectrum Noir glitter paint or glitter inks. I'm going to do a review on those next month so you guys can see the ones I have and what I think of them. There's goods and bads, so I'll let you know. All right, and here is one. I believe we worked on this on either a color, maybe a color and chat, I think. I actually did the background in paint pen, and then I came in and put stickles on the skeleton and the light around here. And this was just like a gel pen and alcohol marker. Yep, gel pen, alcohol marker, and paint pen. Oh, and these little dots are liquid pearls. So, yep. I do like the way that one turned out also. This was just a pretty easy color with glitter gel pens. This one, I actually use a sparkle pop for the Spiderweb. So it's that black sparkle pop that I was telling you about that turns red on light paper. I mean, I don't know, I guess on dark paper also, but if you look at it like kind of laying flat, it does kind of look black, but when the light hits it, it definitely turns more red. And then I used a sparkle pop on the legs of the spider and on the stems of the pumpkins, and then everything else I believe is done with Jelly Roll Glaze. Jelly Roll Glaze pens. So see how they shine? The glaze pens has that shine to them. I don't know if you can catch the sparkle off the Spiderweb or not, but it is very sparkly. Okay, this one was also glitter gel pens or either glitter paint marker on this. And yeah, I think that's all that's on here. I don't see any alcohol marker or anything like that. So yeah. I kind of like that one too. So. All right, here we go. This one was done with alcohol marker. It was done with glitter paint pen, Jelly Roll Stardust, clear coat for the teeth. And I think that's all that's on here. I actually kind of like this one too. So I was pleased with the way some of these turned out in this book this month. So yeah. here's my owl that I started in a little chat on the channel, and then I finished it up, and you guys were like, well, I wish you would have finished it on camera. I don't know why that did not hit me, that I could have just done, you know, a speed color for the rest of the way through. I promise you guys that's what I'm going to try to do in the future. If I intend to finish a picture off camera, I'm going to try to just keep my camera rolling and then just do the rest with speed color so you guys can kind of see a complete on pictures. I'm really going to try to do that in the upcoming year. Okay, so here is my Scarecrow. And again, I just like the way this one looks. I was just really pleased with the way these behaved. And I used glitter paint markers, alcohol marker, jelly roll stardust clear, just to kind of shine some things up. And yeah, that's what that is. That's that one. You see the shine. All right, I did this one. My little green monster man with a pumpkin and the kitty cat in the middle. And this was alcohol markers and some, I believe it's pretty much all alcohol marker. Yep, it's pretty much all alcohol marker, and then jelly roll stardust clear, just to shine a few things up. And oh, I skipped a page. I started to say, is that it? No, I don't know how I managed to skip a page. Oops, my bad. All right, and here is this little mandala that I did with paints. Well, jelly roll glaze and glitter markers. So, yep. And then I did this little bird here, the moon. I used glitter paint markers for these backgrounds and gel pen, I think, for all of this around. Alcohol marker. And yep, I think that's what's in that one. And then I did this one, and I just don't like I don't know. I felt like I was going so good. I did the outside first, and it was rocking, and it was rolling, and I was digging it. I was loving it. And then I decided to use just a glitter marker, paint marker in the here. And I don't know. It just lost me when I started this, and I'm like, but it is what it is. And then I jelly roll glazed the teeth. But yep, it is what it is, right? And then here is, this is the last one in this book. I did this little graveyard scene here. Paint marker for the background. Jelly rolls stardust clear for the skeletons. And Wink of Stella markers for all the other. All of this was colored with Wink of Stella marker. I had totally forgot I had those Wink of Stellas. And you know, with Wink of Stella, they are glittery. It's really hard to show it on camera. If you kind of look at these brick around here, watch for the sparkle. Do you see just a slight, you see that glimmer? And also in the grass and the tombstones. Yeah, that's Wink of Stella pen. If you guys are interested in those, I can show those on camera and everything for you guys. But yeah, I had totally forgot I had them. And I happened upon them last night, and I was working on this, and I was like, oh my, let's use those. All right, so that is what I did complete from 50 Halloween mandalas. I kind of got into this book and just ran with it. It took us 15 minutes to do one book. Oh my. I'll try. A lot of these, there are only one in the book. So, okay, this is Lacey Sunshine Presents the Holidays Greatest Hits Coloring Book by Heather Valentin. And I worked on this one this month and did Rory here. Looks like she's trick-or-treating and she's traveling on her little witch's broom. And I do like the way this one turned out. I never could figure out what I wanted to do for a background, so I just kind of left it. But yep, that's that one. See, that book was fast, huh? All right. Okay, I worked in Zendoodle Coloring, Inspiring Zendalas, by Julia Snegariva. And I did this one, and wow, what did I color that with? Because whatever I colored it with did not bleed through at all, and I can't remember. You know what? Looking at this, I think this may be the Zebra Click Arts. For some reason, that's what I'm thinking this is. If I did any of this on camera, if any of you guys remember what I was coloring with in this, please let me know. Because I'm just curious, because whatever it is, I like it. It's very smooth. Oh, I think I remember. I remember. Okay, this is the page that I believe this is I've got to start writing this down. I'm going to do that in the new year. I'm going to turn to the opposite side and write what I use. But you see there's like absolutely like no real bleed through or anything. So this is the page that I prepped with the glaze, the satin glaze, and then I used Tombows. And I did do some of this on camera during a coloring chat. Sure did. Because we were just amazed at how great the Tombows were just blending right together and everything. So, yep, that's what that was. And I'll give you guys a closer look. Because I really do like that. That to me, that is just gorgeous. Yep, I remembered what I used. Yay. I was drawing a blank there for a minute. Okay. Next, I just colored in this Color the Season Advanced Coloring Book. It's by Bendon. I actually just picked this up at Dollar General one day. I happened to be in there. It was $3. I'm like, yeah, why not? And I just sat down and did some coloring in it. So everything colored in here now was done this year. So, because I haven't had this book very long. All right, so this is an autumn page that I did here. I like the way that it turned out. I really do. Looks really nice to me. I did these autumn leaves. I did this bottle, and I'm going to tell you guys, I love the way this turned out. Love it, love it, love it. It was just one of the pictures that I was like, oh, yes, I love that. And these are alcohol markers. Then I did the candy corn. I did the haunted house. Barrel of apples. And that was it. And then it starts into winter. So I need to leave this book out and just put it over with like my Christmas colorings. That way, my coloring books for Christmas. That way, if I want to do any of the winter ones, I'll remember. So I'm going to set this book off to the side. Oh, goodness. I probably need to do my Lacy Sunshine book the same way because it does have winter and Christmas books left. Winter and Christmas books. Winter and Christmas images left. All right, next is Clara Markova, Tenderful Enchantments. I did one in here, and as you guys know, I do use my alcohol markers in these books. I have a second copy of one of the books, and it's a book that I have completed already. I mean, I've went all the way through. I believe it's not Fairy Miracles, the one that came after that one. I've completed that book. And I actually have a second copy of that. And what I'm going to do in that one is I'm going to try not to use alcohol marker. And if I'm ever blessed to get an extra copy of any of these, you know, Tenderful Enchantments or Magical Delights, then I'm not going to use alcohol markers in those either. But since I've already started with alcohol markers, I just went with it. But this is the one I did this month from Tenderful Enchantments. And I don't think... Oh, I thought I had colored more in here than I have. I loved the way that one turned out when I did it. Yeah. Yep. But I did this one. So, yeah. I'm going to look into hopefully getting other copies of those. All right, here is A Color of My Dreams 1 by Manja Gates. And I need to work on this a little. There we go. By Manja Gates. I did 2 in here. I am not thrilled about this one, guys. This one I did in all pastel pencil, and I'm not impressed. So anyway, this was done in pastel pencils, and I just don't like the way it looks. And I was basically told that, hey, you know, pastels just kind of look like that, but yeah, I don't like it. So, and they bled all, well, they smeared all outside, and it was a mess. But anyway, that was my first time ever coloring with pastel pencils. And then next, I did this one, and I loved this one. I was so proud of this one. I thought it turned out really, really good. This is actually colored in pencil, guys, not marker, pencil. I did this in pencil. I cannot remember if these are my polychromos or my Prisma, but I'm going to tell you by the feel of the paper, I think this is polychromos because it doesn't have that real waxy feel to it. So I do believe I did this with polychromos. But yep, I did that. I was very proud. Donna's using pencils. Woo-hoo. Big applause. Okay, anyway. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for giving me the courage to start using my pencils some. I've used them quite a bit this month. You may not see a lot because there's something that I'm kind of working on, but yeah. Okay, this is 50 Autumn Mandalas, Camilla Andrzejkova. And I did this one. It's just alcohol marker with a little bit of white jelly roll. Now, I was just looking for some little Halloween books, and I ordered these 2 books, and I did not have any idea what to expect from these books, and I was a little disappointed. This is why I never really shared any of these publicly or anything like that, because I was kind of like, seriously? But when I got the book, I looked at the copyright. So if you ever see these Pink Parrot publishing books, they're relatively cheap. But if you see them, keep in mind that it says this book is made using resources from the following sources, freepick.com. So in other words, it is just where somebody went to freepick.com and put in, just took images and used those. And before you guys try to look this up for pictures to cover or to color, here is the address. Make sure you type it in that way, because if you type in any variation, you're not getting coloring pages. Okay? Okay. All right. So let's look at what I did do. I did this little haunted house here, and I believe these are pretty much all just alcohol marker. I did this little owl. I do think he's cute, though. I mean, the images are kind of cute. And I did this witch from this book. And I really tried to work on marker skin tone there, and I hope you guys can kind of see, because I'm trying to really kind of nail down being able to get rosy cheeks with my markers and things like that. So it's just something I'm working on, trying to improve. Okay, so that is just the Halloween coloring book. It's by Parrot, whatever I said it was, Pink Parrot Publishing, and no original artist to speak of. This is the same thing, Pink Parrot Publishing, and I did Frankenstein. I mean, I'm not knocking it. It's got some cute little pictures in here, but ooh, I wish I would have done that one. I don't know. That would have been cute. All right, maybe next year. Okay. I did, I believe, one in Ava Brown Autumn coloring book. And I did this one. And I got a message from one of you guys the other day saying that, you know, basically something to the effect of Ava Brown said they were going to do the right thing, but then they didn't pull the book. Just so you guys know, if you go and look on Amazon, you'll notice that this book was a 30 image book. And now it states on Amazon that it's only 28 images. And that's because Paul and Lindsay did pull those images from the book. All right, I colored one in Lacey Sunshine's Oz coloring book by Heather Valentin. And I did this witch. And I used liquid pearls for these little dots. And I put some, my brain's wanting to go right now. I got to get this checked out at some point. Stickles. And my background is pan pastel. For those of you who I have talked about worrying about the way my thought patterns are working, that's what I was talking about. So rewind, listen to what just happened, and you'll know what I was talking about then. It scares me. I've never been like that before, where my brain just literally goes blank and I don't even know what's going on. Okay, Whimsical World Big Book Coloring Book. This is by Molly Harrison, and I left this page right here because I could not find my fixative. I don't know. I used fixative one day and I put it up somewhere, and now I don't even know where it is. So I've got to find my fixative. Yeah, I'm sure I put it somewhere that I wouldn't lose it. And I did this cute little witch here, and that's pan pastel background. And it has not had fixative put on it, so I just put this page there. That way, if it's going to come off on anything, it'll come off on that. All right. Oh, here's my Gnomes Ava Brown coloring book. I was just wondering about this the other day. I'm like, where did I put that Gnomes book? Okay, so apparently I colored one in it and put it up there. All right. I did this little cutie pie here. Yep. It's a cute little book. It's very different from most like gnome books I've seen. So you guys will probably see this one again for sure. Here is Ava Brown's Secret Garden coloring book. And I did this one. And I think I did another one. I could have swore I did too. Let's go this way and see. Maybe I didn't. But I sure thought I did. Oh, this one. I'm not totally thrilled with the way this looks, but yep, I knew I did too. Okay, I did one in Seasons by Hannah Carlson, and this is watercolor. I used, I believe, my Karen brush markers and a water brush. This was my first attempt at a full watercolor image, so please, please, please be kind. I did this one. I really need to work on this watercolor background thing. And I'm going to be honest, when I first did it, I thought it looked terrible. I hated it. Absolutely hated it. And then after the day passed, because I went into the skin and I kept messing up the skin, so it was irritating me. But I looked at it the next day and I'm like, you know, I mean, it's not like perfect, but it's not terrible. So, yeah, it's watercolor. I'm making sure that's not going to rub off, and it's not cool. It's okay. I guess it hasn't rubbed off. I was going to do this one too. I did prep these pages with the satin glaze, and this page is prepped also, but I never got around to coloring it. So it'll be prepped and ready next year. Oh, and this book is gorgeous. I love it. This was Happy Mail that I received this month, and gorgeous, 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 gorgeous book. I want all of Grazia Salvo's work now. This is Wild Soul, Grazia Salvo. I can't help it. I want all her books. I'm so in love with this artist. And, yes. So if you guys know of any more of these hardback Grazia Salvo type books, please let me know. I can't really print grayscale on my printer, at least not the printer I currently have, but I would love to get some more of these, like more, or any really kind of book. So, let me know. I know there's another hardback book and it's apparently out of print now, so I'm all depressed about that. I did this one, and I just think it turned out really cute. I probably should have put some type of a background, and I may at some point, I may go back and do that. But it's just adorable. I love it so much. Okay. All right. I've actually got a folder here, and this is what I put any PDFs in that I do color. I just recently got this folder, and it's like, oh, that's just awesome. And I'll show you the PDFs that I did. I did like Deborah Muller PDFs. So all of these are Deborah Muller, like Little Witches, Magical Witches, I think. And there's another book I can't remember. It's Halloween something. Oh, but there are two others that aren't Deborah Muller. So I'll show you the Deborah Mullers first, because I had totally forgotten about those other two that just came out of a really, really like paper thin coloring book. Okay, so I did this one, and I used a lot of stickles on there and all the little stars and things. I just tried to use like more autumn type colors, not to make her look witchy, just kind of autumn type colors. And then I did this one. Again, I put liquid pearls in here around her belts and on her hat, and then stickles all around for a glitter effect. Yep. Then this one, and alcohol marker with white jelly roll. I did this one, just alcohol marker. This one, and I used liquid pearl and Nuvo glitter drops. And then I did this little cutie here. I like the way she turned out. Yeah. All right. And then the other two PDFs that I had from, like I said, just a cheap paper thin coloring book. And I think these may very well just be, again, just stock images and things. But I did this one. Oh, and let me tell you, I had this brilliant idea when I started this, that I was going to do a light purple for his cape. And then I was going to come in and all these little doodles I was going to do with my Kaisercraft gel pen, since it's needlepoint. And oh my God, I so regretted that about halfway through. My hand was hurting so bad. I did it like in his hair and then in his cape to make it try to be a little glittery. So yeah, that wore my hand out. And then I did this one. So that is those PDFs. Okay, and I worked in, let me tell you, my heart got broke this month. I mean, absolutely broken. I worked in this beautiful book, and this is my second copy of this beautiful book. Let me tell you, I was rocking and clocking. I was loving it. I was using pencils and all kinds of stuff, and I was having a blast. And then that Spectrum Noir glitter ink spilt all over my book. Absolutely ruined it. I seriously cried. I ordered another book. And then, things have went crazy because I was just going to spend the rest of the month coloring in this. Things started going crazy and sideways, and then I couldn't even color. And it seemed like everything I touched started messing up. So I just put the book up and said, you know what, I'm done, because I'm going to mess this one up just as bad as I messed up the first one if I'm not careful. So I did tear the images out of the first book that I had done. that I wanted to hold on to. So I have this one here, and this is black paint pen. It's Ohuhu as well as Chuckle. And then I used there it happened again, guys. Prismacolor and Polychromos, somewhere between those two, and I'm thinking probably Polychromos. All right, I did this little cutie here with, oh, I don't know which pencils. And then I used glitter gel pen for all the little hearts. I did this little fox here, and you can see how the glitter ink, it went through. It did get on this page some. Oh, I'm telling you, this page was like 3 pages away, and that's how bad it soaked in when it spilt. It was, oh my goodness, it was terrible. This is actually Prismacolor. I do remember using the Prismacolor on this one. And then I did this one here. She was colored with Polychromos, and then all the little snakes around here are glitter gel pen, and in the back are Nuvo glitter drops, the little dots in the background. Oh, and I used glitter gel pen too on the little dots on the snakes. So, yeah. And then I did this one here, and he was so cute. And then I put a bunch of stickles on it, and I almost think I ruined it with too much stickles. But I stickled all of these and all of this and all the water splashes. So anyway, it's sparkly. There's no denying that sparkle. Yep. Okay, and like I said, I did some in here, and some of them are just, ugh. You know, I just started kind of messing up, and I just put it down. I was like, okay, I'm done. All right, this is my my take on Annabelle. All right, I used Annabelle as inspiration, and I've got Jelly Roll Glaze and the hearts and the little skulls and here. And the rest is done with pencil. And then I did this Scarecrow, and I believe I used Sargent art pencils on her. And the background is acrylic paint, and the hats are actually done with a iridescent acrylic paint that has like a holographic effect. And then I put extreme glitter all over the backgrounds, and then I used white jelly roll to add the little stars. Okay. I think this one did turn out cute. I'm kind of digging it. Okay, this I used Inky from Pac-Man as inspiration, because if you guys remember when I did the flip through of this book, I said this reminded me of the Pac-Man ghost. So I did color him like Inky. I believe Inky is the blue one. And then I just used Jelly Roll glaze pins. Pretty sure those were Jelly Roll glaze. And I did all of the little ghost in the background with Jelly Roll glaze. And then I put in white Jelly Roll dots for, you know, the dots from Pac-Man. So yeah, I did kind of like that one. All right, I did this mad scientist here, and I did her with, I believe, Polychromos. And I used stickles all over these little ghosts, I guess, that she's concocting here. It looks like she's brewing up some boogity. So, yep. Yep, that's that one. And then I did this one here. I can't remember which pencils I used. Probably Polychromos. It's kind of what it feels like. But then in the background, this is that color change iridescent paint. And then behind that, the white, I painted over with what is called Dragonfly Glaze, which is like an iridescent glittery shine that you can add to your pages. So let me kind of move this so you can catch this. See the glimmer on the paints in the background? So yeah, and I don't know that you can really see the Dragonfly Glaze that well, but it's like a violet and blues and maybe some yellows that are just kind of glittering all in the background. And then I don't want to talk about that one. I don't really want to talk about this one either. All right, I did this one and I don't like the way it turned out. And this picture is almost completely and exclusively colored with Tritone Kohinoor pencils, and I should have stopped as soon as I got the leaves and the wood done. I just should have stopped. But then I was like, oh, I wonder if Tritones would make the hair easier. And oh, would Tritones make the cat easier? And it's like, oh, now you've messed up the picture. But I do like the way the leaves turned out with a Tritone pencil. That the Tritone pencil is just one color pencil. Well, that one kind of has a broke lead a little bit. You see that one better? No, you really can't, because those are so many different blues. I'm trying to find one with some different colors that you can actually really see the difference in. But at any rate, maybe you can see it better in that one. See how it's got different colors in that, and then you can use that to kind of make these different effects, like on leaves and things. And this one's called Meadow. So this would probably work really good, like if you were coloring a big grassy area or something. And it's just kind of a way that you can use one pencil and get like some blending in. I also used one for the wood. So this is one pencil is all that was used on the wood and on these leaves. Of course, it was only one pencil that was used everywhere else too. So besides the skin, and then I kind of messed the skin up too. And this little double page spread, I started and stopped. This was when everything, both of these pictures are when everything had went absolutely haywire. I mean, absolutely haywire in my world. And I couldn't color for crap after that. And I said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this book for this year. I will pick it up again next year. So that's everything I colored in that book. And last but not least, to close up October and get us started getting ready for Christmas, I colored one of the Fantastical Christmas Tree by Jane F. Hankins. And I just went in and colored the first one here, this one. So that's a great way to end off and, you know, end Halloween and autumn coloring and welcome in winter and Christmas coloring 2020. All right. And boogity boogity, I need some coffee. Give me a second here. All right, guys. So that, oh, now that went down the wrong way. So that is all of my coloring for the month of October. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video and taking a look at everything I've been doing. I'm going to try in the future to make sure, starting, you know, now, that I keep a list of things that I'm using. Because since I'm starting to branch out a little more and use different mediums and, you know, multimedia media in a picture, I really need to do that. Because generally in the past it was, oh, these are alcohol markers. So yeah. So I probably do need to start doing that, and I'm going to try to remember to do that. So please give this video a big thumbs up. It really does help me. And be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell to be notified of all of my future uploads. And check down in the comments below for everything. Color Readaville, Color with Donna is listed down below in the description. And yeah, thanks again so much for coming and hanging out with me today. It was much appreciated. I've had lots of fun, and I'm looking forward to November. Let's get it done. Until next time, guys, peace, love, and happy coloring. Bye, guys.